All right, y'all. We back at it. Another Film Friday, man. Shout out to everybody that supported the Jackson Dart video, man. That thing is doing absolute numbers. Today, we're going to be talking about another New York Giant, running back Cam Skattebo, who was selected with the 105th pick in the 4th round of the 2025 NFL Draft, coming out of Arizona State, standing at 5'11", 215 pounds. Extremely productive 2024 at ASU, putting up 1,711 rushing yards, averaging 5.8 yards per carry. This man put up over 2,000 total yards of offense, 21 rushing touchdowns, and he accounted for 38% of Arizona State's offensive yardage. And trust and believe the New York Giants could absolutely use his help. The Giants running back room ranked 30th in EPA per rush, 31st in success rate, and 26th in explosive run rate, with just 9% of their runs going for over 10 yards. Listen, it's this simple. The New York Giants need some dogs, and Cam Skattebo is absolutely a dog, so let's get right into it. All right, Dr. Pepper, Big 12 championship, ASU versus Iowa State. Iowa State's got a lot of dogs on the offensive side of the ball that I was definitely intrigued with. Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel at the wide receiver position ended up ultimately going to the Texans, but this was the first play from scrimmage for Arizona State in this game, and man, does Cam Skattebo absolutely set the pace here with two beautiful cuts to create a big explosive run. And Cam Skattebo is not known for that home run speed, but here you can see he's the kind of guy that will definitely get you a double or get you a triple. And I do want to rewind this one just a little bit here to kind of focus on some of the cuts that he had right around the line of scrimmage. You'll see 95 right here gets good penetration, but they set him up with a nice block. And Skattebo goes off that block, and he could have stayed out to his left here, but I think he just noticed number 3 right there filling the hole and 19 on the second level. Cuts it back and just finds the squeakiest little hole right here to cut through to be able to get to the outside here and then pick up a bunch of extra yards. It's a good block out here by the wide receiver as well. Cam Skattebo turns what could have been a good 5-yard play into a major explosive. And we'll continue the theme here with explosive plays. A lot of these plays look the same. They're all from the same game, but he's constantly making a cut at the line of scrimmage and then breaking tackles on the second level to be able to create these explosive plays. That's a run that should have been 10 yards. Ultimately ends up being about a 50-yard gain. And he was a little bit shaken up after this one. You'll see him shake his helmet here a little bit. Maybe made a trip to the blue tent right there. And here goes another explosive from the sideline camera here. That should be a 3-yard pickup, and he's finding ways to turn these runs that should be dead, in the first couple of yards into big 50-yard runs. Cam Skattebo had 16 attempts for 170 yards in this game. He was averaging over 10 yards per carry. And this one, you'll see it from the end zone cam. This is the same run as the last one here. And what I like about this is the patience as a runner. Shaving to the inside right there to get off that block. 17, you're looking a little scared here, but tries to make the tackle. Skattebo just runs him over, spins off of 3 guys right there. All right, and then finds a way to then cut it back, because this should have been stopped about right here. Even off those nice broken tackles that he had there with the first couple of guys, this run should be absolutely stopped right here. He squeaks through that defender, and from here finds a way to pick up, another good 20 yards after. Cam Skattebo is an absolute dog, man. Now, I do foresee the New York Giants using Cam Skattebo around the goal line and, in short yardage situations. You can date back to last year when Brian Dable on 4th and short went for it just about every chance and every opportunity that he could get. But, we were stopped short on a lot of those plays. So I think Cam Skattebo can come in and be an asset in short yardage. And here in this game against Iowa State, he had 2 touchdowns, right on the goal line. I just love the patience as a runner right here. He's reading those blocks real nicely, staying on that left hip of that lead blocker, and then just cutting it back nice and easy to get an easy touchdown. And you'll see a very similar theme here on this next run. A different one here. This one's off to the right side. Same thing. Sets up the defender right there, and he just reads those cutback lanes, and easy touchdown there for Cam Skattebo on the goal line. So I need y'all to understand this is not a highlight tape, right? I want to show y'all some of the things when runs are dead in the water, what ends up happening. And Skattebo finds ways to just always get back to the line of scrimmage. That's what I like about his style. Even when he's navigating and looking for the right rushing lane, he's doing it while he's moving forward. I like how when he's looking for rushing lanes, he finds ways to just continuously move vertical. He's not a kind of guy that's going to spend too much time moving horizontal and wasting space and wasting energy. And you can see that in these clips here. All right, last thing I want to show y'all here is Cam Skattebo's ability as a pass catcher. This is definitely a way that I think Brian Daboll can utilize him, you know, not only as a runner, but great runners, if you just get the ball in their hands quickly, they'll show you that they can get the necessary yak. And Cam Skattebo averaged 13 yards after the catch per reception. He is very capable as a pass catcher, put up over 600 yards. He had 45 receptions on the year. And you'll see here he turns this one into an easy touchdown here. All right, that's a wrap, man. Cam Skattebo, super excited to see what he can do for the New York Giants. Very physical, a violent runner, got an explosive first gear. Some have compared him to Mike Allstott. I think he's a little bit different than that, maybe not quite the bruiser. A good homie of mine, D-Kit, compared him to Ramondre Stevenson. I think that's a little bit more accurate. But for New York Giants fans, if you liked Brandon Jacobs, I think you're really going to enjoy watching Cam Skattebo. They gave him number 44 in minicamp, and y'all know my co-host, The Beard, is a Washington fan. I'm crossing my fingers that Cam Skattebo is the next John Riggins, who also wore that number 44, and hopefully I'll get to talk my shit for the better part of the next decade.